I saw what was in my coworker's desk drawer, and it made me call security immediately. I work as a supervisor at a tech company, and one of my team members, Brian, had been acting increasingly strange over the past few weeks. He'd been staying late, coming in early, and seemed paranoid about people being near his workspace. Brian was always a quiet guy, but lately he'd been muttering under his breath and getting aggressive when anyone asked him questions. He'd snap at colleagues for minor things and seemed obsessed with our upcoming layoffs. Management had announced that 20% of our department would be cut next month, and Brian had been vocal about how unfair the process was. During our morning team meeting, Brian was sitting at the conference table, fidgeting with something in his jacket pocket. He kept checking his phone and whispering to himself. When I asked him to present his weekly report, he got defensive and said he wasn't ready, which was unusual since he's normally over-prepared. After the meeting, I noticed Brian had left his desk unlocked, which never happens. He's obsessive about security and always locks his computer when he steps away, but he'd rushed to the bathroom and left everything open. That's when I saw it. His desk drawer was slightly open, and I could see what looked like a detailed floor plan of our office building. My heart started racing as I got closer. It wasn't just a floor plan. It was marked with X's over specific desks, including mine and our department heads. Next to it was a printed list of names with home addresses, including several of my teammates. But the thing that made my blood freeze was seeing what looked like a small explosive device wrapped in wires. I couldn't breathe. My hands were shaking as I tried to process what I was seeing. I knew I had to get a better look without being obvious, so I pretended to drop my pen near his desk. That's when I confirmed it wasn't my imagination. There was definitely some kind of homemade device in his drawer, along with detailed plans of our office layout. I couldn't just walk away and leave my team in danger. I discreetly pulled out my phone and texted our security director. Emergency. Brian's desk drawer has explosive device and floor plans with targets marked. Don't let him know I saw it. Then I called 911 from the supply closet, whispering the details. I had to act normal while waiting for help. Brian came back from the bathroom and immediately checked his drawer, then looked around suspiciously. He could tell something was different. I pretended to be working on my computer, but I was watching his every move and positioning myself between him and my teammates. 15 agonizing minutes later, our security director walked casually into our area with 2 police officers dressed as building maintenance workers. They approached Brian calmly and asked him to step into the hallway for a routine security check. The moment he stood up, they tackled him and found a trigger device in his pocket. The bomb squad evacuated our entire floor and found enough material in his desk to level half the building. Brian had been planning to detonate it during our department meeting the next morning, the meeting where layoffs were going to be announced. His hit list included everyone he blamed for his potential job loss. We later learned Brian had been researching our building's structure for weeks and had planned to take out as many colleagues as possible before turning the device on himself. If I hadn't seen that drawer, 23 people would have died the next morning.